Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back in the kitchen and I'm cooking something which is traditionally Austrian. We call it a Wiener Schnitzel. I will not make the original version, which is made with veal. I'll make it with pork meat. And I also do a little bit different spicing, because usually you just put salt and a little bit of black grinded pepper or grinded black pepper, and that's it. But today I will use a Nigerian spice called suya pepper to make it a little bit more spicy. And as I said, I use pork meat. So let's start. I already washed the meat and hammered it, that's why it's flat like this. Then I used some tissue paper to just tap it dry. And after that I spice it. So I also use a spice very common in Austria, Dillspitzen. And it was hard for me to find it in my time in Nigeria, so I imported it. And I just like the taste of it, so I add a little bit to the meat, not too much. So this spice I use now, this is not the original box. I got this spice from a friend of mine and former co-worker, Jimmy. He brought it when he came to visit me in Austria. And it's almost finished. So it's a spice made in Nigeria, composed of different spices, and wherever you buy it, it always tastes different, because everybody has his or her own recipe to do it, to mix it. So I'll turn it around, because I spice it on both sides. So again, a little bit dill on it. Sorry, dill. And the soya spice. That's it. As I said, usually use ground pepper like this. This is normal pepper seed, and then you grind it. But today I want the soya spice taste on it. So I can put this beside. Next thing, we need 3 big plates. Big, at least as big as one meat is. So, and for this, it's a 3-step program. So the first step is flour. Normal all-purpose white flour. Then the second step is whole egg. Some people add some spice to the flour or add some spice to the egg. I don't think it's necessary, because the soya spice is already quite intense with the flavor. Then we break the yolk. And mix the egg very well. So last but not least, the Austrian tradition says dried bread crumbs. But I don't have any at home. So what I want to use is something I sometimes do, not too often, but I sometimes do it. and I like the taste and it makes it even more crunchy, is I use crunched potato chips. So therefore let me put the plate by side again first. And then we use a blender to blend some of the chips. I have an already open pack, so I will use this first. Not much left anyway. Don't tell my wife, they're actually her chips. So. And in the blender with it. And this way, by using salted potato chips, I don't need to add extra salt. But I just see that this will not be enough, so we add a little bit more. So just make sure that they are grinded evenly. So we were here, flour, egg, and the final coat now is our grinded potatoes, our blended potatoes. As an Austrian, I can eat potatoes to everything anyway. We are like the potato country. We have like a million dishes what you can make or do with potatoes. So, even though that they wrote on the pack that it's with low amount of oil, this one is very oily. So what you do is now you take the meat, which is spiced on both sides, you tap it in the flour, tap the other side in the flour, if you see any wet spots, apply the flour there, then put it in the egg. In the meanwhile, I can put the next one in the flour. Then I turn this, make sure that there is no dry spot, lift it up again, the other side is good as well, so I can put it here. Then the next one I'll put here, and one more going in the first treatment. So just always make sure that everything is covered. the more evenly it's covered, the more beautiful it will look at the end. So now we need a final plate where I can put the final product. See, there are some air bubbles. They have to come out. And so, before anybody complains, I'm not washing my hands in between the steps because I wash the meat, I wash the plates, I washed my hands before. So all the things which are on my hands now are actually from this process. So there's no need to wash it off between the steps. So as it looks like we don't have enough potato chips. One more should come out like this. Then the last one, I just maybe don't want to open another pack of potato chips. So I think the last one will just be another flour coat. So egg and flour again. That, I don't know, I heard people call that a French schnitzel when there is no bread or no outer coat. It's possible that that is the original name, or it's just some people making up their own names. Either way, this one comes here, then again in the flour. That will be at the end like a bread coating to the meat. Put this by side. So the schnitzels are ready for frying. We make a little bit space here. So, the official way of frying a schnitzel is with butter. So I always put a small paper down in order to not scratch the stove. Because now we are using a cast iron pan and the surface down here is quite hard. So I prefer to protect my stove. and then we fry. So let's warm the pan. A steel frying pan is very good in distributing the heat. So you don't need a high level. This pan I usually don't wash. I dry clean with a paper towel like I did now, because if you wash it, especially with soap, the polymer coat will come out and the pan starts, first of all, everything sticks in it, and second, the pan starts roasting. So we take a big chunk of butter. You can also deep fry the schnitzel, but that buttery taste is what gives it a special flavor at the end. That's why I use butter to deep fry it. This is an induction stove. As you've seen, it got hot pretty fast. Hope the steam is not disturbing the camera too much. Let me go a little bit back maybe. So we check that the whole butter is melted. And we are there. And now I can put in the first schnitzel. So I just So the official time of frying the schnitzel is until it's golden. But since the chips was already golden before we put it, we'll just have to check and find out by yourself. If you put too much heat, then the outside will burn and the meat inside will not be well done, which is dangerous on pork meat and chicken meat. On beef it's less dangerous. But since this is pork, yeah, I have to make sure that the meat is really well done. You can see the heat is much because it's already turning dark here. Getting a really nice color. Then I will make a cut to see how the inside looks. And as you can see, the meat is well done. So that means first schnitzel done. Second one. Here you can see some protein coming out, means the meat was not completely done yet when I turned it. It's getting a really nice color here, so it should be done in a minute or so. Then we can add the next one. Let me add a little bit butter on the side. Butter contains a lot of water, that's why it's sizzling up that much. It will come down as soon as the water is evaporated. So then we have two more to go. One with potato chips and the French version, as some people call it. So, and the schnitzel is served with either potato chips, boiled potatoes, or these kringle potato chips. Some people eat it with mayo, some people with ketchup, and I will eat it with barbecue sauce today. And that is it. Voila, enjoy. So now let me try my food. One schnitzel, well done inside, with sauce. Very crunchy and very nice. Thanks guys, see you next time. Bye bye.